the ones in there, the supreme beings inside, they know what I'm saying is true. They don't know how to get back because they've fallen so far, but they know there's something not normal about the way they feel and the way things happen to them and the way life is set up around them, and they know that people are out to hurt them and situations always work against them. When they try to tell people, people say, oh, you're just paranoid. When you go to get a job and they pick the other person standing next to you and you say, dang, these people just don't like me. Then you go home and say, that's just paranoia. There's no paranoia. The devil knows who you are, and he sees it in your eyes even where you can't see it, and he's out to stop you. He will block everything you want to do. He'll make your life totally miserable. When there's 5 people to get picked in a college, you'll have the highest credentials, and you won't be the one to pick. You understand? When the bus gets ready, when you coming down the street, the bus is pulled off, everybody else catches the bus gets away from you. You understand down there? You get down there, someone says, boy, the train just left. I'm sorry, that was our last pair of green shoes. And then you don't realize that this has been happening to you your whole life. Then you sit back and say, why does everything always happen to me? That's because you are a visitor. You understand? You're a seed of the elders and you're lost here, and you better wake up soon. Because when the devil opens up the door against you, he's not going to show no mercy.
The story I got was that there were 3 monks that came. There were 3, I want to say Asian or Chinese monks. Or Buddha monks. I think they were Buddha's monks. And these 3 monks, and it wasn't, I don't think it was just 3 of them, it was more, but these monks came to the land because they said that, the story I got was that these monks came to Tama-Re on Wapia because they were meditating and they were chanting, and they were guided here by positive spirits, or they were guided to Tama-Re by positive spirits, and they wanted to bless and meditate the land because there was going to be because we have the Egyptian theme park, but there's going to be a Buddha's theme park according to the information I got.
Of Horus. Right there.
Right.
You understand that? They always put, in ancient Egypt, they would put a cobra up at the top. Because a snake was not a bad symbol to us. It was a bad symbol to him because it represented healing to us. And they stole it and put it on the medical symbol. Medical symbol. Medicine. Meta-sin. Meta. Ancient Babylon. Persia. Assyria. Meta-sin. Look at it. Don't believe me. Check it out. When we breathe in as a people, talk to me. What are we breathing in? Oxygen. Right. Do you know something? I'm going to touch on things we know about us. At least 3 times a week, you wake up with one nostril closed. Why? I'm not sick. And then the moment I get up out the bed and started moving around, that nostril opens back up. I can fool myself into thinking I'm getting cold. The light's going out. I'm getting a cold. You see the fire goes out, it gets cold. Or cool off, and go pop in some drugs that makes me breathe different. Drugs make you breathe harder. And you don't get in that full, what? Say it again? Oxygen. Oxygen. And what do you need?
They said to stone him. That when you saw Jesus, you saw the Father. When I see you, I see the Father if you are walking in the Father's footsteps, and if you are obeying the words of the Father, and if you are living by the commandments of the Father. When I see you, I see the Father. The Prophet Muhammad made the same statement. He said, follow my sunnah. Follow my way, because I am the best of examples for this day and time. I am the seal of the prophets. Obey me and you're obeying Allah. Love me and you're loving Allah. Which is the same as Jesus. I and the Father are one. When you see me, you see the Father. They said, oh, you're saying that you are the Father? He said, is it not written in your law, I said ye are gods? They said, then stone him. Anyway, so when you realize who you are and you make the declaration, all of us are the children of the Most High, and His Spirit is in us, then people say about Imam Isa, he says he is Allah. I never said I am Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I am one of his sons, one of his children. And his spirit moves in me because he said he did. He used the word nafakha, to breathe. He said he breathed, he blew his spirit into me and I became a living soul. He said that. Now, you're going to go against that, that's on you. The way I see it and the way I know you see it is that all the divine that moves through me, my intuition, my psychic powers, and we all have these sensitivities because sometimes you get ready to pick up a phone and someone is there. And you get ready to call John, you get ready to dial his number, you pick up the phone and John then dialed you at the same time. Or you walk in and say, you know what? I haven't seen my friend Ahmed in about a month. Turn the corner and bump right into Ahmed. That is divine moving in you. Because it ain't no coincidence if it happened more than twice. Coincidence means two incidents. Coincident. If it happened to you more than twice in your life, then it ain't no coincidence. The divine is moving inside you. And if you channel that divine, nothing can stop you. That's what Jesus was trying to say. If you channel the divine in you and let it grow in you and become born again and let the Holy Spirit move you and live by the will of the Most High, nothing and nobody can stop you. That's what I'm trying to teach. And of course the white man and the devil and his helpers hate that.
Well, the thing with Dr. York is that he doesn't even really, he went by Dr. York, but Dr. York isn't his real name. Who you all call Dr. York would be Tama-Re to me, Amanubi Akhtar to me, Imam Isa, Baba Yanun or Yanun, whichever area you come from that you prefer to call him. But right now it's Baba Yanun or Baba Yananan. So with that being said, Dr. York was just his stage name. That was just his music industry name. That's why if you notice, a lot of people or a lot of his adopted children who don't see him or don't want to see him as the other names, they don't want to see him as Amanubi Akhtar. They don't want to see him as Tama-Re. They don't want to see him as Imam Isa. They don't want to see him as Baba Yanan or Baba Yanun or Baba Yananan. They don't want to see him as the spiritual, cultural things or the spiritual, cultural being which he was sent here to be and do. The only reason why he became Dr. York was to make money. You know, from the story I got was that, that he only became Dr. York and did Dr. York the singer because he needed money for the tribe to take care of his people. You know, how many rappers or actors or singers or whatever celebrities out there are doing that today, like on the level that Baba Yanun did it on. You know what I'm saying? Or Tama-Re did it on. It ain't a lot of people that has done it on that level. You know, as far as I'm concerned, Baba Yanun, or who you all call Dr. York, he's picking up where the Honorable Elijah Muhammad left off at. He's picking up where Marcus Garvey left off at. You know what I'm saying? So, or Frederick Douglass left off at. He's picking up where these honorable Black leaders or Nubian male leaders stopped that. I don't even really like to say stop because none of these men were stopped. They were just killed, killed by Black devils. And that's another thing. There's a lot of Black devils in this tribe or just amongst Black people, period. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a whole list of them. Like, if you look at the movie, what's the name of that movie? Is Judas the Black Messiah? I think it is. When the guy, I forget his name, but there's a movie called, I think it's Judas and the Black Messiah or just the Black Messiah, where that actor Lakeith played them. There's an actor named Lakeith that played them. And what happened after he betrayed the Black community, the real man that the actor Lakeith played, after this man betrayed the Black community, I think it might have been sometime after the death of what they call the Black Messiah, sometime after his death. Forgive me, I got to get the proper names. I should know these names, and I will study these names to get their right names. But shortly after he was killed, I think that the guy that Lakeith played, he went on and did an interview, And I think after he did that interview, that maybe that same day, or maybe it was a few days later, I'm not exactly sure, but that same day or a little later, he killed himself because of the guilt of him being responsible for his brother's death. And there's people like that, there's black devils like that all around us. And that's why things of this nature, things pertaining to this nature, when you want to talk about Tama-Re or Dr. York or Baba Yanun, when you talk about this man or this being, even the situation he's in right now, is it all started and it's because of black devils, it's because of disruptive tribal members, it's because of hate, it's because they don't want to see him as, like I said, the many titles and names that he's called. They want to see him as Dr. York. You know what I'm saying? How many people on today is going to or would love to be a Dr. York? It's not popular to be an Amanubi with Akhtar, but it's popular to be a Dr. York. It's popular to sing. It's popular to get all the girls from singing and make all the money and you could flash and everyone could see you and it's all about you. You know what I'm saying? That's the life they wanted him to be, Dr. York. Even his adopted children and his ex-wives and even some of his blood children, you know what I'm saying? Like, some of them are black devils. Some of them want to see this man as Dr. York so that they can be glamorous and famous. And you know what I'm saying? Like, it was even told to me that people or the I guess the officers or whoever, like the judges or those higher ranked officials according to American law, they were like, if you stop teaching this doctrine, then we'll release you. Tell all your followers that this was all a lie, and then we'll release you. So you see what I'm saying? Like, this is, is horrible, man. Like, this is lame. It's messed up that this innocent being, this innocent man, has to be sentenced to a damn near lifetime in a prison for something he just did not do and did not commit. And then even one of the accusers, I think his name is Tariq Noel. This man, boy, if you look at his interviews, you could tell he's lying.
So when did the molesting start? Let's get into it. When did it start for you? What can you remember that it started? I need you, if you're comfortable, and when I mean a play-by-play, as much as you can, but when did it start? How did it start? When did he call you in the room? Did he, I want to know.
Yeah, so, we was upstate New York. It was around my birthday. I was turned 7 years old or whatever. And, we went out, we got gifts and stuff, came back, we had like a little party.
For your birthday?
Yeah.
Bunch of kids?
Yeah. Cake, ice cream, we had a party or whatever. So now it's nighttime at the end of the night. And then he, this girl or woman, but she was a teenager at the time, she brings me to his trailer. He had like a movie set trailer, like one of those, trailer, not trailer
mobile
home,
homes.
but not the mobile home kind, but the trailer kind, like that the stars go in and change.
Gotcha.
Like one of those ones. It's smaller than just a house trailer, but so she brings me in there, and it's dark in there, whatever. The TV's on. There's a cartoon porno on the TV.
A cartoon what?
Wow. Porno on the TV.
What's the cartoon porno?
Cartoon porno. Cartoon porno. It was a bar scene. This old guy drinking at a bar, and then this woman comes in, looking all, sexy and whatever, titties popping out, all this stuff, So then the men at the bar just start getting aroused, and start looking at her.
I didn't know they had cartoon pornos back in the days. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
All right, so there was a cartoon porno playing, and what happened?
And I'm inside at this point. He's inside. He's there, off to the side, I guess. And then the girl that brings me there, she undressed my pants. She starts fondling me.
The lady?
Yeah, because it was never just me and him. It was always somebody else there. It was always a woman there, or another boy, So like, yeah, he sent her to get me. She starts to undress my pants, starts to touch me, and then I see him like coming over. I see him taking off his pants and like coming over to me, and then like that was the first um incident. But
Did they tell you what to do? Like he was telling you what you had to do to him? Some type of stuff like that, or was
like
it
I mean, like there's that. I mean, that particular first time story is like that. Like I don't remember everything like that. You know what I'm saying?
Understand.
But I know he touched me. Like I don't know. Like he didn't. Like
You could tell he's lying. So with that being said, it's just like it's so obvious that you can see the dude, you can see his body language, everything. He just lying, man. He just lying, and the truth of the matter with most people, because a lot of people within the tribe talk. So there's things about individuals, about the accusers, that's not being said or mentioned of, because people, I guess people, people, or they might be a little scared or nervous. They're trying to protect others and protect themselves from being, I guess, harassed by, like, agents, or just being harassed by what's the word I'm looking for, just crazy fanatics. So I'm not gonna say a specific name, but I do know that one of the reasons why Tariq Noel lied during, who you all call Dr. York, or Tama-Re, or Bobby Anun, one of the reasons why he did lie on Bobby Anun or Dr. York is because Dr. York really not his blood father. And when the information got to him that, he's not your father, it was another man. I'm not gonna say his name, but there's another man who his father. Like, when I tell you that I met Tariq Noel's real father before, and Tariq Noel's real father is a very good man. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why they wasn't in his. I don't know. I don't know why they wasn't in life and things of that nature. That's none of my business. I could care less for that. But I do know for a fact that one of the reasons why Tariq Noel did lie on Dr. York is because he found out that he wasn't his real father. Furthermore, Tariq Noel, I think they were upset, like he wanted money. Him and his people wanted money, and they ain't get no money. And to this day, he still mentions and talks about money. And a lot of them said that, man, just again, like, there's a lot of stories that the public don't know when it comes to Dr. York. And there's a lot of stories of ex-wives, adopted children saying, I'll admit everything I said was a lie. Just give me $300,000. Give me 3 acres and a mule, and I want to get paid, bro. You know what I'm saying? This is the kind of talk, and these are the kind of things that these individuals have done to, just being disgruntled, or just being black devils, for fame, money, and clout, to live good instead of working, going out on their own, working for themselves to build a living for themselves. They want to bum off Dr. York, and it's a shame, and it's just wrong that this man has to go through that. Furthermore, everyone try to, a lot of people try to bum off Dr. York. If you look at some people's YouTube channels, like even mine per se, like when, I posted a video, bro, I had no idea this video was going to do the numbers it did. I thought that the video was probably going to only do 1,000 or 2,000. But the video literally about to hit 7,000 views. So I'm like, it ain't even been a year yet. So I'm like, God damn, bro, like, wow. Like, I mean, I think the views, I feel good for it. It is going to help me in the long run, my company in the long run. But, I'm not one of those people that just doing it just to get clout off, Bobby Anu, my master teacher, and my spiritual guide and leader. But it's just, I know for a fact that other people, they're just doing it just for clout. They're just doing it just for, like, it's a whole plethora of lists that I can give you of people who go on YouTube and they talk down on Bobby Anun or Dr. York because they don't know the true information, and they're just trying to grow their Instagram. I mean, not their Instagram, but their YouTube channel. They want subscribers. And they're spreading false information about this man, and they're talking lies on YouTube about him. when in actuality, truth is that nothing they're saying is the truth. For the most part, the ones that are speaking negatively about him, nothing they saying is the truth. Like I forget her name. I should really start jotting these people's names down. But there's a woman that does things because they call us a cult and all this stuff, but we're not a cult. I mean, if you want to call me a cult because I cultivate my culture, then okay, I guess you could call me a cult because I cultivate my culture. But there's a woman that does YouTube. She has a YouTube channel when she like goes into like American cults and gets into the nitty gritty and you know what I'm saying, exposes them for who and what they really are. And what I kid you not, I watched her whole interview on the Nuwapians or Dr. York. And when I tell you that everything she said, word for word, verbatim, if I'm saying a word correctly, verbatim, was a lie. Everything this woman said was an outright lie. And I'm working on it. I still have the clips because it's a lot going on with business and work. So, that's another video that I'm working on that I'm going to do when the time comes, when I get around to it. Everything she said, I'm breaking it down word by word, document by document, showing truth and facts. Again, these people don't like truth and facts. They just want clout. They just want they want the money, bruh. They want the money. They want everything Dr. York owns. They fighting for his buildings in New York. They every little thing. People still trying to, it's been years, this man locked up. And they still coming back underneath the table. There's just things that y'all just don't know. The public don't know. Most tribal members don't even know. But there's people that still to this day underneath the table trying to get as much money as they can from Bobby Yanun, or who you all call Dr. York. It's sad, man. Like it's lame. Like these people should be ashamed of themselves. This innocent man does not deserve to be locked up in the Supermax prison for a crime that he just did not commit, because the only thing he has done was better thousands of people's lives. I'm one of the people's lives that he has made better and changed. If it wasn't for him, I don't know where the hell I'd be. I'd probably be dead or elsewhere. I don't know. I don't know what to call it. But I'm very thankful for the master teacher, or my master teacher, Dr. Malachi York, Tama-Re, Bobby Yanun, and his many titles. He's my spiritual leader and my spiritual guider. And, me saying this to him, I love you. I miss you, Baba. I remember being on the land Tama-Re with you. I remember on Sunday class, that's why I'm so good with the Bible now, is because he taught me the entire Bible. He taught a brother, I forget about it, a brother named Topper. Topper did a good job in picking up to where Baba Yanun left off, because, he was arrested, so he couldn't finish teaching me the Bible. But, I was a child, but then, other brothers stepped up and taught the rest of it for me. So I thank him for teaching them to teach me. I love you, Pops. I love you, Baba. So that's all it is. It hurts. It's like, damn, I almost want to cry right now, he's innocent. Dr. York, y'all call Dr. York, Atumre Amanubi Rakta, Bobby Yanun, I love you, and he's innocent. He is innocent. I promise you he's innocent. Just do the research. Don't believe nothing I say. When you actually do the research, if you want to get down to the nitty gritty, if you're really trying to find the truth, the facts, and the light and the way about this whole situation, please do the research. Don't be biased. Just do the research, and you're gonna see that. Wow, man! Look from the day of the trial or the start of the case, you'll see that. From Charles Ashley Royal, who was an attorney in the previous case that Dr. York was in with him, because they left a surgical sponge in Dr. York's, I think, father's chest, and he died. So Dr. York sued the hospital that was responsible for these negligence. And the attorney that the hospital used was Charles Ashley C. Royals. Charles Ashley C. Royals later on became a judge. Now, let me tell you something before I continue. Charles Ashley C. Royal was upset that he lost that case against Dr. York. And he's people amongst the town would tell you that he was upset because he lost. And then years later, you're the judge. That's a conflict of interest. The same attorney that lost the case against Dr. York is now Dr. York's judge. Come on now, that's a conflict of interest. And it's against the law. You can't do that. So it's not fair that, all these unfair treatments and, illegal actions has been done towards Bobby Yanun.
When Hagar left Abraham, again I'm gonna say what? Look it up.